What's up, PokeMoshPitBeta? This is humanshoe bringing you a Wi-Fi battle. But before we begin, I kind of want to apologize for my previous upload on this channel. The video is just terrible. I mean, I sped up the battle way too fast. I talked way too fast, and the narration was just crappy overall. So yeah, I just wanted to apologize about that. But anyways, I have a match versus someone named Kill. I do not know if he has YouTube or not, but if you know the person or if this is you, I guess you should probably leave a comment. So yeah, let's just get right into it. I lead off with my Torterra, he leads up with his Kajando. I know the obvious fake out is coming, so I'm going to protect just so he doesn't get that extra damage in. And even though I am a specially defensive Torterra, I know I can at least take one U-turn and hopefully get a leash lead off to whatever he switches into. So the U-turn does about half to me, a little over half, so he ends up U-turning out to the Scissor. And since most Scissors in this gen run that whole Swords Dancing Roost set, I know I can just switch out to my Torkoal and completely wall it, because I resist both of its stabs, and that's exactly what I do. I believe he just goes for the Bug Bite, not Dove Predict, and I'm not stupid. I saw a Heatran in the team preview, so I'm pretty sure he's either going to switch out to his Heatran or stand predicting me to go for the rocks, but I'm not going to go for the fire move straight off the bat, because I don't want his Heatran having the Flash Fire boost, so I just set up my rocks because I'm predicting him to switch out to his Heatran, which he does. And like during this whole match until like kind of in the begin or in the middle, I didn't see that he had the balloon. So because like I really don't pay attention to the pokes that hold the balloons or not, so I didn't know if he had leftovers or he was choice. But after he set up the rocks on my switch to Quagsire, I know he was probably leftovers until I saw the balloon the next time he switched in. So I get a Swagger off on this Scissor, which is perfect because of this guy's Dream World ability, Unaware. It just ignores the +2 I just gave him, and it works out for me too because if he hits himself with Confusion, he's going to be doing a lot of damage to himself. And since Scissor already has like massive amount of attack, he hit himself a lot. I mean, for a lot of damage. And I just go for a Yawn there. I guess he just wants to stay in, and because he doesn't have anything else as Sleep Fodder. And I go for a second Yawn, predicting him to switch. So yeah, that's like the only time I usually do that. Usually I would just switch out or go for the recover, but yeah, I stay in here for some reason and go for the Scald. I guess predicting a switch or something, but now I'm just gonna switch out to my Torkoal, and I thought he wouldn't switch out to the Heatran this time because I thought he would predict me not to go for the Lava Plume and go for like something else. So I do end up going for the Lava Plume this time. Unfortunately, he does end up switching to his Heatran, and that sucks because he gets his Flash Fire boost. So it's still not that big of a threat to me. If he doesn't have the Hidden Power Grass, I can just go out to my Quagsire and completely wall it. But then again, I can't really touch it because it's probably specially defensive Heatran, and Scald won't be doing that much. So I'm just going to switch out to my Quagsire, take the Earth Power. He gets a special defense drop, so I'm not going to stand. I'm just going to switch out to my Cresselia, which is UU in 5th gen, I believe. This is a UU team if you haven't noticed. I'm just testing it out against some random OU team, but yeah, I don't really like Cresselia that much, but I decided to use it in this match. So anyways, I just go out to my Cresselia for the Levitate, and even though he has the Flash Fire boost, I know I can at least take one Fire Blast or whatever he has, and I can just set up the Light Screen. And I do take it pretty well actually, so I'm just going to switch out to my Quagsire now, and with the Light Screen up, Fire Blast isn't really going to be doing that much, so I am just going to stay in and go for the Recover, because I just want to get back to almost full HP. And I think he's going to switch the next turn into, I don't really know, I can't remember, because this battle's actually kind of old, like a week, but I only watched it over like once, so yeah, sorry about that. But he does end up switching to a Scissor here. I get the Swagger off on that, which is, again, perfect. So I believe I am just going to switch out to my Yanmega this turn because, to be honest, I think that's the only thing I have to deal damage to the Scissor because I don't really have anything else. So I'm thinking since I'm Specs with just Specs, I can deal some damage, and since he sells his rocks up, I'm going to have to spin them later if I want to send back in my Yanmega. And he switches out to his Heatran, and this Air Slash is coming from a Choice Specs Tinted Lens Yanmega, and that ends up doing a lot of damage. Like, I didn't even expect it to do that much. Like, during the actual battle, I actually thought it was a crit, so I just stayed in because I noticed that it had Tinted Lens. So yeah, it's actually a 2-hit KO, which is great, and now I can just switch out to my Torkoal anytime I want and freely go for the Lava Plume without worrying about his Heatran getting the Flash Fire boost. So he goes out to his Kajando now. The obvious fake out is coming, so I'm going to switch out to my Torkoal because it's the only thing I have to take a fake out. And right here, I thought he wouldn't have the Stone Edge for some reason, so I stay in and go for the Rabbit Spin. He misses, which is unfortunate, so I don't think he would have killed me. I don't really know, to be honest, but now I'm going to switch out to my Quagsire to take that Stone Edge, but he goes for the U-turn. He switches it up a little bit, so that was a good move on his part. And now I think he's going to U-turn out to his Latias. Yeah, but it's actually his Zoroark, so I was kind of hoping, well, like, obviously I didn't know it was a Zoroark in the actual battle, but I was thinking if it wasn't Choice Specs and that whole Calm Mining leftover set, I could completely wall it because I'm an unaware ability, but I can't touch it either, so I'm just going to go for the Reflect to just scout it out. And he goes for the Night Days, so it's obviously a Zoroark, and it doesn't really do that much to me because, I mean, he's obviously Scarfed, so it's not going to be that much, and I'm pretty bulky, so I'm just going to go for the Swagger because I know I can take one after that Recover. And I'm basically just hoping for some Confusion Hex now, but he's going to switch here into his Scissor again, I guess predicting that Scald, or I think I just go for Recover, yeah. And I think since, oh yeah, I think I'm just going to go out to my Torkoal so I can get that Lava Plume off since his Heatran is gone, so yeah, that's exactly what I do. And I think he ends up staying asleep this whole battle, which sucks, but yeah, it's because he kept switching out, and since in this gen the sleep mechanics changed and all that, so yeah. I go for the Lava Plume. He goes out to his real Latias this time, I believe, because I saw the leftovers. So now I can just go out into my my Quagsire and hopefully, I guess, try to wall it out because I know he's gonna go for the Calm Mind this turn. And if he doesn't have Grass Knot, that means he can't really do much to me besides Dragon Pulse. And since he resists my Scald, I actually can't do much to him besides go for the Swagger and try to Confusion Stall him, but that'd be pretty gay. So, well, actually I do end up going for the Swagger, but I think I was just hoping for some Confusion Hacks so I could just switch out to my Rampardos safely and hopefully get a Crunch off because I really need this Latias dead. And well, to be honest, this Latias is not that big of a threat. I just want it out of the way because I don't want this thing Calm Mind setting up and then sweeping me because the only thing I have to really try to stop it is this Quagsire, and all I have is Scald. So I'm hoping that he would get the Confusion X this turn, and he does. So I switch out to my Rampardos, and I really should have put Scarf because with the Scarf Jolly, it outspeeds most Latioses and Latiases and base 100 speed. So yeah, I changed it after this battle, and this is my Sheer Force Life Orb Rampardos. I actually live this Dragon Pulse here, and I get a Crunch off. I get a crit here. It really doesn't matter because I mean it's basically like an overkill there. Rampardos has like a massive attack anyways, and with the Life Orb and Sheer Force, that's just yeah overkill. So now my Rampardos is basically fodder, and I think I predicted him. Well, I knew he was gonna go for the Stone Edge instead of the Fake Out because I would probably just switch out to my Torkoal, but at this point Rampardos is at pretty low health, and since it's slow anyways, I'm just gonna stay on his fodder. So yeah, he just takes me with the Stone Edge, and then I switch out to my Cresselia. I know he's gonna go for the U-turn. I know I can live that, so I'm just going to go for the Moonlight, and he ends up U-turning out to the Scissor, which is still asleep, so I'm not really that threatened by it. And I'm just going to set up the Reflect so I can just switch out into my Yanmega or my Torkoal. Probably my Yanmega since I had the Rapid Spin somewhere in the battle, I can't remember, but yeah, I switch out to my Yanmega, and right here I get a crit on his Scissor with the Air Slash, I believe. I do not know if that mattered or not, to be honest, because I mean I'm Specs and it's neutral damage, but usually Air Slash does a shitload of damage to the Scissor anyways without the Specs for like normal Yanmegas or standard ones that usually run the speed boost and all that. So yeah, sorry about the crit. I didn't know if it mattered or not, but anyways, he's gonna go out to his Kajando now, which is it could be a Zoroark because I mean Kajando can also learn Focus Blast, but seeing that as he didn't have the Life Orb, and he didn't have full HP when he went back in because of the regeneration ability, it's obviously a Zoroark, so I'm just gonna recover it. I'm just gonna recover until he at least misses a Focus Blast, or I could get into a reasonable amount of HP to where I can just Scald. I think that's what I end up doing here, or no, I just go for the Yawn. Oh yeah, because his Scissor is gone, so I can just put anything else to sleep now. So I guess he doesn't want his Kajando falling asleep. He's just gonna switch out back to his Zoroark, which isn't disguised as anything. So I get a Swagger off on that, which is actually what I'm going to need because I don't know if I can one-shot it with the Scald, and he knows he can't take me out with a Night Days because of the damage it did later on or in the past. So if I could get the Confusion Hacks the next turn, I could hopefully take it out with the Scald, which is exactly what happens. and he does get the confusion hacks, and that's just enough for me to take out the skull, which is great. And now his last are this Kajando and his what was that other one of the genie Thunderous. There we go. I'm just gonna stay in with my Quagsire because I don't really need this Quagsire anymore, because I know I can maybe live one high jump kick even though I don't have that many defense EVs, and I could hopefully get a Swagger or a Yawnoff. I end up going for the Swagger, and I could just, I guess, get some confusion hacks, which I actually do end up getting. And I actually end up getting a lot of confusion hacks in this battle, which I apologize about, but it's you know, hacks is hacks. I'm not really gonna complain. Even if he did have the hacks on me, I wouldn't complain that much either. But I did get a lot of confusion hacks on him, so I would be pretty pissed if that happened to me. But anyways, yeah, I'm sorry about that. And to like pile up on more hacks, he misses the high jump kick, which just sucks even more. But I don't think it would have killed me. I think it would, but it doesn't matter because I basically have this game won right now. He is just gonna go to his last, which is the Thunderous, and I don't know if I could live a Focus Blast, but if I can, then I could get a Yawnoff, which is what I'm going to need in order for my Yanmega to come in safely, so I could take it out with a Bug Buzz. But he ends up telling me that he doesn't have the Focus Blast, so I know I could take Hidden Power Ice or whatever he has, unless he has like Hidden Power Grass, which I doubt. But yeah, I could just stay in, take those Hidden Power Ices, get a yawn off, and just stay in the next turn and just go for a random Swagger for him to fall asleep, because then I can just come up with my Yanmega, which I do right now, and just take it out with the Bug Buzz. So I do get crit with the Bug Buzz, but I don't really think it matters too much of the tinted lens and specs and all that. So that's going to be the game. Rate, comment, and subscribe. I would appreciate it if you guys checked out my channel. I have more Wi-Fi battles on there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace, guys.